Today is March 18th of 2020, and I just want to do a little video log to record. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. I don't know how else to describe it. I've been saying these words for like a week now. Man, shit has gotten crazy. Like, the stock market has just completely like tanked, and there's, almost certainty that we're in a recession now because of the dramatic, far-reaching economic impact of the coronavirus and the fallout because of it. Shit is crazy. I posted on my social media that I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime, and I wanted to hear from people over the age of 50. Have you ever seen anything like this in your years? Like, you guys have seen Nam, you've seen the Cuban Missile Crisis, you've seen Y2K, you've seen the market collapse in 2008 after the housing bubble burst, and you've seen the post-tech bubble burst, and you've seen World War II. Like, how crazy is this shit compared to that which you've seen? And to a person, everybody out there is like, we've never seen anything like it before. It is bananas. And like, there's very real concern, as a small business, especially service-based ones like ours that are heavily dependent on in-person interactions, heavily dependent on that one-to-one, that experience, that communal experience. It's so much of what we do as fitness coaches, as CrossFitters, is dependent on that shared, in the same room community experience. Like, this is like shaking our entire world. Like, literally our entire world has changed in the last 7 days, in the last week. And it's like a week ago, there were like equal camps on the one side and the other side. The one said like, this is a legitimate concern, we should all be like gravely worried. And then on the other hand, there were people that were saying this is fear mongering, this is the media taking and running with paranoia, and they're trying to get everybody worked up in an election year and make it look bad. And it's like, and now, fast forward to now, I think it is a general consensus that we have a real problem on our hands, a significant problem that might take weeks or even months to resolve. And the greatest solution to this is everybody stay your ass at home. Don't dine at restaurants. All the restaurants it's literally illegal to dine in a restaurant. You have to do pickup or delivery. You are not allowed to go to a bar. It is literally against the law. The shit is crazy. In several states, it's actually been mandated by law that gyms have to close. New Jersey, that's the case. New York, that's the case. In Utah, that's the case. God willing, right now, so far, that is not the case in Illinois. But literally, this is we've never seen anything like it in our lives. The situation changes almost by the hour. Like, the situation that we're in at 5 o'clock this morning is different than the situation that we're in at noon, which is different than the situation that we're in at 5 p.m. The shit is crazy. It's literally the most volatile time that we have ever been alive. When I say we, anybody in my generation, which is like, basically, I am a representative of the essentially ideal client avatar to my CrossFit gym and probably most CrossFit gyms. So we have perspective because we're simultaneously not as young as we used to be, but also not old. We're right smack there in the middle between what would be considered young and would be considered middle age. And we have that perspective, the wisdom, but also like the perspective that comes with having seen some things. And I feel pretty confident in saying like the modern world has never seen anything like this. And all I gotta say is, as a gym owner, the shit is crazy. The shit is crazy. I feel extremely fortunate that we are in a business, a relationship business, where the people who are our clients know us by name, know us personally, know us as family. That so many of them consider us to be family, and they kind of like, they are protective of us. And we've been just so, me and Caroline have been wonderfully impressed by how many of our CrossFitters are standing by us and continuing to patronize our facility, our service, even though they can't come to the gym right now, and how few of them have opted to like cease their relationship with us as their coaches. Like, we've been extremely blessed. And again, I say this with that guarded caution that, you know, shit is crazy. It could change in 5 hours, right? But as of right now, we're still open. We're still running classes, but we were forced to adapt our style substantially. For 10 years, we've run 1 hour CrossFit classes. And like 36 hours ago, we were forced to make a hard pivot and rearrange our class schedule to be 30-minute classes with a max count of 9 athletes in the room and 1 coach in the room, 10-person cap, in response to the president's strong suggestion that there should never be more than 10 people in a place at a time, as one way of what we call flattening the curve, which is right now we have increasing cases of corona. We're trying to get to where the number of cases levels out, or even better, decreases. We're trying to get onto this side of the damn curve. The word inflection point has been thrown around more times in the last couple of days than I've ever seen. We need to flatten the curve, and part of that means substantially limiting our time spent in public arenas around other people. Complicating things further, and I'm going to quickly wrap up this video because any minute now someone's going to call me, and when they do, my video will get cut off. So last night, 8 p.m., there was a press conference by the Madison County Health Department that there was our first confirmed case of coronavirus here in Madison County. Granted, they didn't say where in Madison County. It could be Alton, could be Wood River, it could be Glen Carbon, could be Edwardsville. We don't know. There's one confirmed case. It's somebody who traveled abroad, somebody who traveled to Italy and just came back from Italy, and they got investigated. The way it was described was, this person did everything right. They came here, they got tested, they tested positive for coronavirus, and they are in quarantine at home. They are doing well. They are staying away from other people. I bring this up because now we have coronavirus knocking at our doorstep, and shit is crazy. It probably means that at some point in the very near future, we're going to have to temporarily pause our gym operations. So much of what I'm doing right now as the CEO of CrossFit Edwardsville is creating the contingency plans, thinking on what is the best course of action, learning from other gyms that have already had to shut down on best practices, learning, deciding, thinking on what is our best course of action, and then creating the, like, okay, how do we staff it? What does it look like? And then articulating this new vision to our team for how we're going to adapt our operations, which for our purposes probably means switching to a lot of virtual coaching, loaning out our equipment to our paying members. Like, hey, you pay for your membership, we're going to give you equipment to use so you can work out from home. And we're going to try and create as much value to you guys by creating like online versions of what we do so you guys can fitness from at home. This is uncharted territory. We are pioneering brand new territory now. It is my absolute belief that some gyms will not survive this. Some of the gyms that were probably in like a little bit more tenuous circumstances than CrossFit Edwardsville are not going to survive this. This will do in a lot of small businesses because best case scenario, we're probably looking at 2 weeks, like between now and April 1st, probably looking at things being shut down, generally speaking, nationwide. More realistically, probably 4 weeks nationwide with tons of small businesses, including gyms, being shut down. And I'm quite confident that a lot of small gyms don't have the resources or the resourcefulness that it takes to weather a storm like that, where a lot of people, because of you can't have sporting events, you can't dine in restaurants, we don't need servers anymore, we don't need, vendors selling popcorn at the games anymore. So many people are going to be losing their jobs, which means that some of our clients will be losing their jobs, which means that their means of paying for a gym membership is going to be affected also. Like, a lot of gyms are not going to make it out of this. A lot of restaurants are not going to survive this. A lot of businesses are not going to survive this. And I believe with all my heart, with full faith, the Lord has brought us thus far. The Lord has brought us here, and He'll bring us through, that He has plans to prosper us, that whatever He has brought us to, He has also prepared us for it. And I believe this with my whole heart. I believe that CrossFit, preparing us for the unknown and the unknowable, preparing our bodies and our minds to withstand adversity and rigor, has prepared me, prepared Team CrossFit Edwardsville. Well, we have been, for the last 10 or 11 years, we have been training for this moment in time. We have been training for 10 years for this phase, this season, this whatever we're dealing with. We've been training for this. We have already shown ourselves to be highly adaptable in the last couple of days, in the last week, and we will continue to show ourselves to be highly, highly adaptable. Right now, I speak with a spirit of confidence and courage from the Holy Spirit, that He has given me a spirit not to fear. He has commanded me, the Lord has commanded me not to be fearful, but to be courageous and strong. And so I stand in His promises that He will be there with us. We will walk with Him through whatever is to come, and He will carry us through. I am quite confident in that. All glory to the Lord. He is good all the time. All the time He is good.